Dr. King said we must accept finite disappointment, but we must never lose infinite hope. At times, I know you may be disappointed, but don't ever get discouraged. Today, let's talk about how to maintain hope. That's right, hanging on past exhaustion. Oh, you know what's up? Turn me up. I'm mic'd up. Join me and let's mix it up. What's good people? How you doing? How you living? How's it going? What's happening? I hope that yes, you are doing well. Well, I want to welcome you to another edition of In the Mix. I'm your host with the most, yours truly, Dr. Eddie Connor, and it is an honor that you have joined me today. Yeah, I need you to help a brother out. I need you to hook a brother up. You know what's up. Hit that thumbs up. Yeah, hit that thumbs up button. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. I'm growing your greatness. Help me grow our channel for change, our channel that creates change, our channel that breaks chains. And today we're going to have a courageous conversation of illumination. Yes, we are, as we dive into an amazing topic. But in order for us to do that, got to stretch the elasticity of your thinking. And I need you to let me know that you're ready by dropping some light bulb emojis in the chat. Come on, jump into our live chat. Drop into our live chat and drop some light bulb emojis in the chat. Yes, yes. We're going to light it up. We're going to brighten it up. We're going to spark it up. We're going to keep it 100 watt conversation. We too lit to quit. Why? Because we are the light of the world. And today we're going to spotlight and highlight a tremendous topic entitled hope. That's right. The acronym for hope is hanging on past exhaustion. Hanging on past exhaustion. How do we do that? Let's jump right into it. Family, just type hope. Type hope. If even if you just, hanging on by a thread, even if you're at the end of the rope, tie a knot in it, hold on to hope. And it's something that's hard for many of us to maintain, especially in these days and times and perilous times that we're living in. And, up seems to be down, down seems to be up. Yeah. What's up is down. What's down is sky high. It's all the way up. Seems like it's up and it's stuck. And it brings us to that particular place to where, how do we maintain hope in seemingly hopeless times? It is what Dr. King said. He said, even if I knew that tomorrow the world would go to pieces, I would still plant my apple tree. That's some serious hope. That is some serious optimization with your mindset. That's some serious type of idealization where you are optimistic despite living in perilous and pessimistic times. Number one, in order to maintain hope, to hold on past exhaustion, is number one, we have to visualize. And some of us, we're tired because we're doing the work. But sometimes we're tired because we have mentally exhausted ourselves. Some of us, we're not really tired. We're just not inspired. We haven't found the thing. We've lost the thing that inspires us. We've lost the thing that rejuvenates us. We've lost the thing that, in many cases, keeps us going. And we're mentally, emotionally, socially, relationally exhausted. One is that we have stopped visualizing. I want you to write that down, family. Type visualize. I'm going to give you 4 strategies today that's going to really cause you to hang on to hope and to keep on going, to hang on past exhaustion. Yeah, you're going to find some hope today. Number 1 is that we have to visualize. We have to see beyond what we see to transform our reality. Seeing beyond what we see to transform our reality. In essence, you can't seize it until you first see it. What is the big picture that you see? The big picture vision, the big picture project, the big picture purpose. As Dr. Miles Monroe said, vision is purpose in pictures. I cannot visualize if I don't have a vision. And hear me, without a vision, the people perish. Without a vision, you're dead while you're walking. You're dead while you're alive. It's a slow demise. It's a slow death because you don't have an aim. So here's the thing. When you don't have an aim, you'll always be a target. You'll always be target practice. You always will be. Got to walk by faith, not by sight. As I'm visualizing, here's what I need to do. I need to start writing. Habakkuk 2:2 said, write the vision, make it plain. What's that vision that you see for yourself? What's that vision that you have for yourself? Have you written it down? Have you written it down? And as you write it down, you have to keep reciting it. You have to keep rereading it. You have to keep going back to it. Now is where you have to act upon it. What can I do each and every single day to get me closer to the needle, to push me closer to the end goal? How can I push the needle forward in my industry, rather? Here's what Robin Sharma said. He has a book called The 5 a.m. Club, and he said this. He has a rule called the 90-90-1 rule. 90-90-1. He said for the next 90 days, the first 90 minutes of your day, do the one thing that's going to push you and push the needle forward in your industry. What's the one thing that you can do for the first 90 minutes of your day, for the next 90 days, that's going to change the course because you are visualizing where it is that you want to go? What can you do? What will you do? Will you push yourself to do it? Will you find yourself, yeah, I'm hanging on past exhaustion, but I'm going to visualize. That's going to rejuvenate me. That's going to refresh me. That's going to revive me. Next, once you type the word improvise, type the word improvise. Shout out to all of you who are in our live chat. I appreciate you tapping in, typing in. Yeah, staying engaged, connecting. I appreciate that. Shout out to all of you as well that are in our live chat who had the digital decal by your name. That lets me know that you're not just a viewer of In the Mix. You're not just a subscriber to In the Mix, but you're a partner. You're a partner. Yeah. Since you're watching The Mix, become a partner of In the Mix. If you're not one already, get a digital decal. It lets me know that you're really a partner, that you're really invested into this In the Mix movement. And you can do that simply by tapping the link in the description of this video, links in the chat, live chat, links in the live chat, links in the description of this video. All you have to do is tap that link, click that link, and you'll see 3 options pop up: VIP, Royalty, OQP. Choose one of those 3. My gift to you is to give you access to our Eagles, or to our In the Mix family. To our In the Mix family. You know, whenever I got my Eagles apparel on, it's on. I got class tonight. It's on my mind. It's on my mind. I can't wait. I'll give you some information about that shortly. But I want you to just tap that link, click that link. You'll see information pop up about how to be a member of In the Mix. Choose one of those 3 options. My gift to you is to give you access to our In the Mix membership area. Get behind the scenes footage, coverage, content, and what I call Connor's Corner. A lot of content in Connor's Corner. Get all that. And then, of course, you will be able to unlock the unlimited. You'll be able to get an all access pass. We're talking about right now hope. Hanging on past exhaustion. I told you, number 1, you got to visualize. Secondly, improvise. What do I mean by improvise? Got to be flexible enough. Got to be flexible enough to change it up. Got to be flexible enough to change it up. Okay, you dancing with the stars. Say, for instance, you're doing a little cha-cha slide. You're doing a little ballroom dancing. right? And your partner all automatically goes kind of off script of whatever it is that you practiced. Right? What are you gonna do? You gonna get two left feet, or you gonna try to just improvise and just we didn't rehearse this, but let me go with this. Life is gonna go off script sometimes, family. Day to day, minute by minute, moment by moment, life will go off script of what it is that you had written up. There's gonna be a wrinkle thrown into some things. Are you flexible enough to add spark and spontaneity to your life? Are you flexible enough to change up some things, or are you just too rigid in your approach? It's always been this way. It's always been done like that. It's got to maintain this particular way. Stop it. Breathe and believe. The only thing constant is change. And here's the thing. Things will change whether you want them to or not. Look in the mirror. Come on, get your photo from 10, 15 years ago or 20 years ago. Didn't things change whether you wanted it to or not? Didn't the color of your hair change whether you wanted it to or not? Didn't, yeah, your hairline recede whether you wanted to or not? I'm grateful mine didn't. I can take this thing off right now. I won't do that right now. I'll wait. Those who know. You've seen me on In the Mix. You've seen it. You'll gain weight. Your metabolism will slow down. Of course, you can expedite that and speed that up based upon what it is that you're eating. But things will change whether you want them to or not. The spouse in your house is going to change whether you want them to or not. Your sorority, your fraternity is going to change whether you want it to or not. Your church is going to change whether you want it to or not. Society is going to change whether you want it to or not. You have to find a way to improvise. You got to be flexible enough to change. You got to be flexible enough to learn something new. Life is not going to be the way it was in the 90s. Life is not going to be the way that it was in the early 2000s or in the 80s and the 70s. Adjust. If you don't innovate, you'll never elevate. Hear me? Things are going to change whether you want them to or not. If you don't evolve, you won't be involved. It is what it is. Gotta be willing to improvise and learn something new, do something different to get something different. Expecting something different by doing the same old thing means you straight up crazy. What is it that how can you visualize? What is the picture that you have of your future? Are you moonwalking back from it? Are you moonwalking away from it? Are you electric sliding away from it? Or are you actually walking by faith into your next level? Are you willing to improvise when things don't go the way that you want them to go? When things don't go the way that you planned for it to go? Are you willing to do something different? Are you willing to listen because you don't have all the answers? Woo! Is this thing on? You don't have all the answers. None of us do. And a know-it-all really knows nothing at all. You know your way hasn't been working. Be open to change. Oh, it's tight, but it's going to be all right. Be open to change. Stop hating on who you should be learning from. Because here's the thing. Isn't it interesting that the main person that you could possibly be hating on is the person who's going to actually elevate you and escalate you to your next level? Don't bite the hand that's going to feed you. Don't do it. Whoever you don't honor I'm telling you, will cause you to live a life that is dishonorable. Don't be a hindrance because you don't honor leadership, because you don't honor in a place of integrity, because you don't honor and improvise and visualize and make adjustments. Don't cut off your blessings. Because here's the thing, it damages hope. It damages hope. Many of us are hanging on past exhaustion, and you need to let things go. Yeah, you're hanging on to when you need to be releasing, visualizing, improvising. Oh, I got a couple more for you. Yeah, I'm coming back. Let me take this quick break. Got to take the break. But I want you to stick and stay. More is coming your way. After these messages, I'll be right back. You know, I realize the extent of your development is connected to the extent of your investment. What I mean, invest little, develop little. But we're investing much into you as you invest in yourself by developing your purpose, developing your goals and your dreams and your ideals and your ideas, shifting you from ideas to income. Where does this all happen at? I'm so glad you asked. It takes place in our Eagles Academy. All you have to do is go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed to shift your ideas into income, your contacts into contracts, really to grow your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You owe it to you to invest in you. And as a result of it, now you are able to be coached and mentored and be a part of our live trainings with yours truly, with me, along with a host of other leaders and trendsetters and trailblazers and accountability partners. No one grows in a silo. The power of mentorship, it takes what I've learned in years and months and I give it to you in minutes. What I've learned in decades and I can give it to you in days. To be a part of our private Facebook group, to get guided feedback through our Eagle's Nest reflections, to get access to all of the content, all the live sessions and the trainings of business development, of financial stewardship, of the impact and empowerment that only takes place when you go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. Again, when you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. But it doesn't just stop there. You want to develop your book? Then guess what? You are an aspiring author. You need to get my bestseller book blueprint. It's available right now, accessidentity.org/author. All of the insight of what it is that I have used to write 18 books and be a best-selling author, you owe it to you to get your hands on that. You also owe it to you to get my Successful Speaker Strategies download. I'm telling you, whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Let me show you how to develop your communication. There's an art to communication. Let me show you how to develop that. Go right now as well to accessidentity.org/speaker. And then I am blessed to pastor the Remnant Worshipers Church. I want you to be a part of the church that I am pastoring at right now. Is such a great thing of what it is that God has fashioned us to do. And it's taking place right here in the city of Detroit, 10 a.m. every Sunday, 6 p.m. we have prayer on Tuesdays, and then 7 p.m. on those same Tuesdays, we have TNT Tuesdays, Truth and Transformation. It's amazing. You want to be a part of it. Go right now, trwchurch.org, and then I want to see your face in the place this Sunday at 20470 Hubble Street. I'm doing my best to save you a seat. Powerful prayer, praise, and a preach word. Can't wait to see your face in place at the Remnant Worshipers Church. Yes, y'all, and we don't stop, family. I need you to heed to these resources that you've heard. Let's get back to the word. What is that word? That word is hope. Hanging on past exhaustion. You need to let it go. Release it. Release what's making you so exhausted. Release what's got you tying a knot at the end of your rope. Let it go. Watch what's going to happen when you just release it and let it go. You've been holding on to things so much with a tight grip that here's what it is. It's become a stranglehold to the position that you've been in. It's been a stranglehold to the project that you've been handling. It's been a stranglehold to what you've been trying to do, but it's been undoing itself because you won't release it. Let it go. Watch what God does for you when you let things go. Told you, number one, visualize. Got to see beyond what you see to transform your reality. If you just tuning in to us right now, you just joined us, we want to welcome you to In the Mix. I'm your host with the most, yours truly, Dr. Eddie Connor. We're talking about hope, hanging on past exhaustion. Number one, you got to visualize. Give you 4 strategies to do that, to hope. Got to improvise. Got to be flexible enough to change. Got to lean into good leadership. Got to listen and lean in. Sometimes you're in the room not to offer your opinion, but to actually listen and actually to apply the knowledge that is being given to you. After you visualize, after you improvise, here's what you got to do. You got to strategize. You got to strategize. Life is about strategy. Too many of us are playing checkers when we need to be playing chess. You need to strategize. What is your strategy for the next level? You got a strategy for many people. You got a strategy how to put somebody down, and strategy to talk about this particular individual, strategy to try to get a particular person out of a position. Oh, come on. Wah, 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 wah. You can't do no better than that. I'm talking about a strategy for your future, a strategy for your life. And the reason you're so exhausted is because you have a strategy to excommunicate people. You have a strategy to put others down, but do you have a strategy to actually build other people up? Do you have a strategy for building and blooming and going and growing and developing to ascend to the next dimension? What's the strategy for your relationships? What's the strategy for your finances? What's the strategy for your business? What's the strategy for your next level? What is the strategy spiritually and emotionally and socially? What is the strategy? What is the strategy for you being a particular layperson in the church? A strategy for you actually adding and not subtracting, for you multiplying and not dividing. The strategy has to begin internally. What will I do today to move the needle forward? What will I do today to actually improvise? What will I do today to actually visualize? What will I do today to actually improve my life? And then here's the thing, because I improve my life, I want to improve the lives of other people. If I'm not feeling good about myself, I can't feel good about anybody else, and I want to bring other people down to make myself feel good enough. Do you see that? Do you see that issue right there? Come on. That's why you are hanging on past exhaustion, and you need to let it go. Oh, you know how to let that attitude go. You know how to let yourself go. You know how to let everything that's in your mind go, and you don't put a stop between your mind and your mouth. And you just spew everything that's on your mind, and it just comes out of your mouth, and it's just so toxic, and it's a biohazard to people's blessings. No, come on. I need to move into a place to where I'm strategizing. Strategy says this is what will happen today, whether I feel like it or not. I am determined. I'm not just motivated. I'm determined to do it despite how I feel. I'm going to go to the gym. That's my strategy. I'm going to do XYZ in the gym. That's my strategy. This I'm going to lead in my level of nutrition and exercise. This is what I'm going to do every single day. I'm going to read 5 particular pages or chapters in whatever particular book. I'm going to lend this time to studying, to showing myself approved. These are the things that I am going to do. I am writing myself a to-do list and a not to-do list. And I'm going to adhere to that, despite what my emotions are saying, despite what my feelings are trying to dictate to me. Living by your emotions is not a strategy. Living by how you feel is not a strategy. is going to always skew your identity. You got to have a real serious strategy to man up, to woman up, to level up. Told you, number one, you got to visualize, improvise, strategize. Last but not least, type that family, actualize. If you haven't written these down, write this down in the chat. Visualize, improvise, strategize, actualize. That's what it is. Actualize. Actualize says, I am going to bring this to fruition. Here's what it is. I'm going to make it actual. I'm going to make it factual. I'm going to make the actual factual. I'm going to do this. This is going to be a big fact in my life. I am going to bring this vision to fruition. Between the visualizing and the actualizing, there's some improvising that has to take place. There's some strategizing that has to take place. Many of us, we have a lot of potential, but we have not made the potential kinetic because we have not connected to it. We do not connect to it. Potential is stored energy. Kinetic is energy that is in motion. See, here's the thing. We have a lot of stored up knowledge. You got more degrees than a thermometer. We have a lot of stored up knowledge, stored up information, stored up wisdom. But what are we doing with it? Are we passing it on? Or is it just remaining dormant in our own mind, dormant in our own life, dormant in our own spirit, dormant to where it is that we're the only ones who benefit from it? And we don't want to tell anybody else it because we feel like if we tell other people, if we benefit other people, it's not going to be a benefit to us and other people are going to surpass us. Do you see that insecurity there? You see that lack of confidence there? You see that lack of self-esteem there? It is there simply because you did not do anything with what it is that you had. And now that other people may be younger, now that other people may be more refined, now that other people are coming up behind you, you don't want them to surpass you. I'm talking about then y'all typing back to me. Actualize. What will I do now to put it into rotation, to put it into transformation, to bring the information to a level of transformation, to bring the information to a level of dedication? What will I do to actually actualize what it is that I know to do? I'm not going to despise the day of small beginnings. I need you to hear me. It's not too late to be great. It's not too early to get started. As long as you have a pulse, you have a purpose. If you're not dead, God isn't done. There's still something that you can do. If you got some gray hair, that's just your wisdom coming out. Come on. Do something with what it is that you have been given and go after it. What would happen if you start today? And maybe it's a year from now before it actually comes to fruition. But it could never come to fruition if you don't start right now. Don't just allow these words to fall on deaf ears. Put it into practice. Do something with it. And so many of us, we just get stuck in the visualizing. Oh, we see it. We know what it looks like. We know what it smells like. We know what it feels like when we step into it. We know what the mansion looks like. We know what the car feels like. We know how it goes from 0 to 100 real quick. Don't go over the speed limit now. We know what the relationship feels like. We know all these other specific things. We just stay in the mode of just visualizing. We just want to see things, but we don't actually want to put in the work to actually make the things that we see come to fruition. We don't improvise. We stay stuck like Chuck in a pickup truck. We're so recalcitrant. We're so reticent. We're so hesitant. And everybody wants change until they are required to make the adjustments to actually embrace the change. Everybody wants change until they're now required to change. Don't mess up too much stuff. Don't come in pulling the sheets off of stuff and exposing stuff now. Expose yourself to you. Expose your greatness to you. Do what it takes to be able to visualize, to improvise. to actually have a strategy versus you just flying by the seat of your pants. How many times are we going to keep talking about this is what we're about to do? No, let's do it. The day of talking and not doing is over. It's a generation of people now saying, listen, let's see some things happen. How long are we going to stay where we've been? No, forward ever, backward never. Forward ever, staying stuck never. So much so, I'm not just going to visualize, I'm not just going to improvise, I'm not just going to strategize. I am going to actualize. I am going to bring it to fruition. And here's what I enjoy. Here's what I like about this word, these words that I'm giving you. Visualize, improvise, strategize, actualize. Take the first letter off of every word. The V in visualize, I in improvise, the S in strategize, the A in actualize. And guess what it is? The acronym spells visa. A visa is a passport. That's what it is. These words are more than words. These words work if you work them. Visa, that's what it is. Visualize, improvise, strategize, actualize. This acronym spells visa, and this is your passport to purpose. This is your passport to promise. This is your passport to possibility and potentiality and prosperity. This is your visa to victory. This is your visa to vitality. What are you going to do? Are you going to make it happen? Or are you just going to sit back and let other people surpass you while you're bitter, while you're jealous, while you're crying, while you're in a place of angst and anxiety? There's a few type of people, those who watch it happen. Those who ask what happened. And then there are those who make it happen. Family, just type it. Type make it happen. Make it happen. Make it happen by any means necessary. Come on, that's where your hope is. My hope is built on nothing less than Jesus. My hope is built on nothing less. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Can you see beyond what you see? Can you see it before you see it so that you can seize it? If I can see the invisible, I can do the impossible. Why? Because impossible is just an apostrophe between the I and the M. Impossible to I'm possible. All things are possible to them that believe. Breathe and believe. I know you've been hanging on past exhaustion, but let it go. Release it. Don't stress over it. But visualize, improvise, strategize, actualize. And that's your visa. That's your passport to your next level and your next dimension. Family, I want you to sow into this word that you've heard. So I want you to do. I want you to sow into this word that you've heard. It's not as a debt that you owe, it is a seed that you sow. That's what it is. It's a seed that you sow. I want you to sow a seed into this word that you've heard even now. And I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you to give a $20 seed. I want to challenge you that. I want to challenge you there. I want to challenge you to give and to sow a $20 seed. And you can sow, with the word that you heard here. You know that you get this word and these words that give you life and strengthen you Monday through Friday in the mix. Keep it 100, keep it real, with faith, with fortitude, with fire, with passion, to push you into another place. Don't lose infinite hope is what it's all about. You can sow into the word that you heard even right now. Cash App, $Dr. Eddie Ministries, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr @gmail.com. We've been having a super conversation. Drop a super chat, drop a super sticker. Super thanks to all of you for tuning in, for watching, for listening, for engaging as well. Once again, Cash App, $Dr. Eddie Ministries, Dr. Eddie Ministries, Dr. Eddie Ministries, Dr. Eddie Ministries, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr at gmail.com. And I'm really sinking and stretching and connecting. I'm joining my faith with yours that God's going to do exceedingly abundantly above all that you can ask or even think. That is going to happen for you and your family too, and your loved ones as well. That is all going to come to fruition. That is all going to happen. And it's going to be a mind-blowing experience for you. Yeah, God, it's activating. Purpose is activating in your life even now. And despite the exhaustion, expect activation. Come on, activate your seed, activate your faith, even right now. And as you're sowing your seed, I want you to name your seed. Maybe you're naming your seed hope. Maybe you're naming your seed activate. Maybe you're naming your seed visualize. Maybe it's improvise. Maybe it's strategize. Maybe it's actualize. I want to join my faith with yours that God's going to do it for you, through you, and with you. Thank you so much. Links in the chat, links in the description of this video for how and where to give. If you're not a member of our Eagles community, what are you waiting on? Tonight is the night. Now is the time. Let's go. Soar with us. Go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. Yeah, links in the chat, links in the description of this video. I'm telling you it right now. Go to theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed. You know it's time for you to be in a community, to be in a virtual village like ours that's going to stretch you, strengthen you, rejuvenate you, revive you with strategy, structure, solutions, and systems to take your vision to another dimension. You owe it to you to actually invest in yourself, to really experience the transformation that you want to experience. You can't do it all on your own. You can't do it all by yourself. It's going to take you partnering and connecting and being not just working in a silo. Nobody grows in a silo. You got to get in a system, a proven system that's going to bring about transformation. And this system has been proven since 2020, and we've been continually building, growing, and pushing people out of the nest to soar. Don't remain in the nest and settle for less. The nest is not a place to stay. It was just a place to start. Let me show you how to shift. The sky's not the limit for you. It's just a view. In your business, in your relationships, interpersonal development, your emotional intelligence, and overcoming trauma and moving into a place of transformation, you owe it to you to do what is uncommon. You know the uncommon is pulling you. You know there's something that's deep within you that's saying there's got to be more. This is that more. Go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. And I want to give you access as you become a member to our private Facebook group. I want to give you access to, our private Facebook group is nothing but inspiration, determination, strategies, and ideas, and just connection, camaraderie. I want to connect you to our Eagles Academy portal where you can binge watch any single session that we've ever had on business, relationships, God, goals, gifts, greatness. And you can just learn, you can develop, you can grow in any area of your life. I want you to connect with all of our amazing leaders and our accountability partners, locally, nationally, globally. Your network determines your net worth. It's time for you to increase just who you know and where it is that you go. Connect with us. And you're going to see the transformation that takes place. But also our live sessions, which we have tonight, where I'm teaching, coaching, training, mentoring you, empowering you, teaching on an amazing topic tonight that you need to be a part of. Go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed, and soar with us. Go right now. I can't wait to see your face in our space and in our place tonight. Family, if you were transformed by this conversation, just drop some eagle emojis in the chat. Drop some eagle emojis in the chat as a matter of fact. Family in the mix, is out of time. But trust me, I'm not out of truth. And so I want to thank you for rocking with me. I want to thank you for riding with me. I want to thank you for rolling with me. Why? Because that's just how we roll. And we roll together each and every single weekday, Monday through Friday for In the Mix. And we mix it up right here on the YouTube side. Yes, we do. Why don't you hit that like button, share, subscribe. It's a vibe. Join our tribe. Yeah. Thank you so much for doing that. Sincere salute and shout out to all of you who are watching us on our sister satellite stations on social media. I just got a question for you. Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Well, then step this way, step that way. Which way? By friending me, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. We don't stop at EddieConnorJr. Come on, family, put some respect on my name. EddieConnorJr. Y'all keep showing love. I'm going to keep showing up. And I want you to show up to my amazing church where I pastor. I am the pastor of the Remnant Worshipers Ministry in the city of Detroit. Yeah. And a church alive is worth the flight of the drive. Where are we driving to? 20470 Hubble Street in the city of Detroit is where I'm saving you a seat. Yeah. I want you to join me this coming Sunday at the Remnant Worshipers Ministry in the city of Detroit. You owe it to you to be a part of our amazing word and worship experience, powerful prayer, praise, and preach word that is going to speak life into your life. Tell somebody, bring somebody. Get ready to be revived. Get ready to thrive. Run to the remnant. Yeah, I can't wait to see your face this coming Sunday at our amazing church. trwchurch.org to get more information about our church and our services as well. Yeah, and our services at 10 a.m. this Sunday. You can also get any of my books and on Amazon. Yeah, you get them at EddieConnor.com. You can also get them on Amazon. I got 18 books out there that's going to speak life into your life. Ebooks, audiobooks, hard copies, whatever's clever. Get signed copies of my books as well. Rich literature that's going to take even our conversation that we have here to another level. Got a litany of resources, got a plethora of resources for you, such as my bestseller book, Blueprint, where I'm actually showing you how to do what I do and go even further and farther than what I have gone. Yeah. Everything that I've done to write 18 books, I have packaged it and I show you point A to point Z on how to do what I do and to far exceed and put your own twist on it. You've been hitting a stalemate. You've been hitting a wall about how to write the book, and you've been saying you're going to write the book and all this other stuff, but this is the year to actually do it. This is the time to actually do it. Let's do it. Let me show you how to do it right now. To take your manuscripts in the marketplace, become an authority as an author, to increase your sales, even for those of you who already have books out. Get my Successful Speaker Strategies as a digital guide. You can get my digital guide, my Successful Speaker Strategies at EddieConnor.com, as well as my bestseller book, Blueprint. EddieConnor.com is my Successful Speaker Strategies digital video training guide where I'm showing you how to wow your audience, how to get all the filler words out of your language and your communication, how to tap into the art of communication, right? What picture are you painting when you're speaking? How to be invited back. All of that and so much more. These are the things, my bestseller book, Blueprint, my Successful Speaker Strategies. I wish I had somebody to teach me all of this. I had to learn by making all the mistakes on my own. I had to learn by hitting my own head. Now I'm taking all of that so that you don't have to make the mistakes that I made. But you can profit. You can be a person who empowers and does what they do in a unique and an amazing way, because that's who you are. Speaking of speaking, if you're looking for a dynamic speaker, why would you look any further? You know that I'm the man for the job, so invite me to speak at your church, your conference, your community center, your school, your graduation, your session, your podcast, whatever's clever. Let's make some progression. All you have to do is email me to invite me, info@EddieConnor.com, info@EddieConnor.com, and it'll be an honor for me to empower you. It's yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand, your brother, and I mean that, from another mother. Family has been fun, but you know, brother, got to run. So I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy. Yes, it has been beyond measure, but I want you, yes, you, I'm talking to you now, to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter, peace, and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. You know, I realize the extent of your development is connected to the extent of your investment. What I mean, invest little, develop little. But we're investing much into you as you invest in yourself by developing your purpose, developing your goals and your dreams and your ideals and your ideas, shifting you from ideas to income. Where does this all happen at? I'm so glad you asked. It takes place in our Eagles Academy. All you have to do is go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed to shift your ideas into income, your contacts into contracts, really to grow your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You owe it to you to invest in you And as a result of it, now you are able to be coached and mentored and be a part of our live trainings with yours truly. Yeah, with me, along with a host of other leaders and trendsetters and trailblazers and accountability partners. No one grows in a silo. The power of mentorship, it takes what I've learned in years and months and I give it to you in minutes. What I've learned in decades and I can give it to you in days. To be a part of our private Facebook group, to get guided feedback through our Eagle's Nest reflections, to get access to all of the content, all the live sessions and the trainings of business development, of financial stewardship, of the impact and empowerment that only takes place when you go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. Again, when you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form, be transformed. But it doesn't just stop there. You want to develop your book? Then guess what? You are an aspiring author. You need to get my bestseller book blueprint. It's available right now, accessidentity.org/author. All of the insight of what it is that I have used to write 18 books and be a best-selling author. You owe it to you to get your hands on that. You also owe it to you to get my Successful Speaker Strategies download. I'm telling you, whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Let me show you how to develop your communication. There's an art to communication. Let me show you how to develop that. Go right now as well to accessidentity.org/speaker. And then I am blessed to pastor the Remnant Worshipers Church. I want you to be a part of the church that I am pastoring at right now. Is such a great thing of what it is that God has fashioned us to do. And it's taking place right here in the city of Detroit, 10 a.m. every Sunday. 6 p.m. we have prayer on Tuesdays. And then 7 p.m. on those same Tuesdays, we have TNT Tuesdays. Truth and Transformation. It's amazing. You want to be a part of it. Go right now, trwchurch.org. And then I want to see your face in the place this Sunday at 20470 Hubble Street. I'm doing my best to save you a seat. Powerful prayer, praise, and a preach word. Can't wait to see your face in place at the Remnant Worshipers Church.